Hello, and welcome to the Cosmic Council, Trial of the Infinite, or the Trial of Infinity. Everyone gets to berate Aaron for 3 hours. Goodbye.
Oh, that was
You start. That's a terrible description.
Hi, I will be playing as the adult, but all of these people hate me here personally for the most part, and will probably blame me for things I didn't do.
No, I hate you professionally.
He hates me professionally. Yeah, it's also personal.
It's a living.
No, me causing problems, not a living. I could possibly do it. No, I can't deny it.
Anyways, I will be playing Death. I just want to go back to what I was doing. I want to go back to my job, to work.
I like that neither of you gave a description.
You're not letting me finish.
You didn't.
I look relatively like I look right now. If you're not listening, audio only.
White Jesus?
If you
That is
white
Ian McGregor.
Jesus. If you are listening, audio. Just khakis, a button-up, a tie, leather shoes, just relative business attire.
Yep, I'm Chaos. I suppose, yeah, I'm here because none of these idiots know what they're doing. Too many youngins who were scared to act. Anyway, yeah, I would be wearing some sort of crazy pattern green, probably, with all sorts of different bits and bobs, which makes the silhouette black. That sounds right.
Hello, I'm Darkness. I've been scripted into this, and I would be wearing all black pants, shirt, and I have a golden arm that just kind of winks in and out of appearance, and then just looking around, seeing what's happening.
I am Chance. I am normally somewhat impartial, though there are many things I am aware of about this case that make me lean to certain sides. Chance will be wearing a brown shirt with a black vest, khakis. Yeah, I tend to observe several other people I'm connected to, and gather information in such manners.
I am Karma. I am here because I was one of 3 entities who spoke with Infinity and convinced him to relinquish himself to the jurisdiction and authority of the Cosmic Council. Rather than a conventional appearance, I appear as a humanoid shape that appears to be made of a very, very dark obsidian. Without normal eyes, rather there are orange eye shapes. And I wear no clothes. Yeah, it's all out there. All of that free ball.
Show off that
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Raw dog.
Alright, I'm going to be playing Magic today. While she has her own wishes for what comes of this trial, she is here because she is curious to see the result and what she hopes will happen to Infinity. Which I'll see. She has a short hair that almost seems to just flow by itself. It is today, it changes pretty frequently, magenta and gold. And a long flowing gown of a similar color scheme seems to shift in hue with some stars kind of close to the bottom.
I'm playing them. I'm dressed pretty casually. I'm wearing a light blue shirt and wearing jeans, and I don't know what's going on.
I am. I suppose I will describe my business first. I am here because Infinity has gotten very close to breaking a lot of the actual law a lot of times that we are supposed to follow, and has broken the spirit of that law on at least 4 different counts. I am here as his defendant, because nobody else will. As for my appearance, I look much as I do. A simple vest over a button-up with slacks and somewhat like leather shoes. I'm not wearing a lot of the frills that I typically would be wearing. Aside from that, I look like a relatively normal person.
And the one who is on trial today.
Infinity! Get in here.
So Infinity gets something. Yeah.
Yes.
As he's wearing decently nice clothes, purple suit coat, but it is slightly. He looks slightly disheveled. Well, shy away from his normal appearances. Let's get this over with.
As the first order of business, I would like to get something out of the way. Infinity, you will agree to bind your power to a certain rule I would like to impose upon you for the duration of this trial. That rule being, you cannot lie.
I accept.
Very well. Now, table is open for any of you to bring grievances against Infinity.
First, I will clarify that though he may not be able to lie, capable of lying, he may still have misinformation that he believes.
Would you like to enforce this rule?
I am going to enforce this.
Understood. Can I have your dice tray? Do you have dice?
Did you bring
Did I bring dice?
No, you never asked me.
Aaron,
Is your dice in?
I've got some of
I got
those.
dice. Oh,
I've got numbers.
bring dice.
I will have you roll spirit. Should we ever bring it force?
And I will have him roll grit.
This is how the dice is going to be. It's going to be me crawling around on the floor. Please do.
She has her
Patrick, the
Mario
camera's
dice.
set up in a way where the only one you be seen on is that one. If you do that. Well, I had planned to put like the little chairs with
Should do the
dice
next
trays,
time.
but I only. Please roll.
12.
Nice.
Please roll grit.
Infinity.
Wipe across the floor. I would like that to stay right under the camera.
Yeah.
Just next time I need to roll, I will do that again, and at the end of this day, I will be killing my niece. You'll be needing to get.
You will have
You
You will need a new pants.
I don't want to do that. That's not nearly as fun. No! God damn it!
From she. Anyway,
That's not nearly as fun.
So, what exactly is the structure of this thing? Like,
Presently, while I know all of the counts, I am not the one who is able to bring them up.
right? Yeah, but like, are we just gonna tell Infinity all of our feelings that he hurt and then hope he like stops, or like, do we have any kind of
The intent is to prove he did something against the rules,
and then
after which a suitable punishment does need to be decided for it.
great? All right. Well, the thing is, the guy broke rules. All right.
May
You
I,
have the floor.
Claire, ask a point of clarification?
Of
Yeah.
course.
What rules? Cosmic rules? The rules of this here
both.
lesson?
Cosmic rules, informal rules, things that could be informal contracts, agreements he has made.
First and foremost, I will start with the strongest argument we have. In the previous Cosmic Council, we did determine that actions taken that contradict directly the decisions of the Council are not permitted. In the Council previously, before that, which I believe was the third Cosmic Council, Infinity himself agreed to wait and not take action against Necro or Becca.
Are you arguing that he is...
I am first stating that he did break the rule that the Council set. He broke the agreement. Yes. I'm restating what we discussed in the fourth Cosmic Council.
So, he broke a rule that was created after he took the action. Are we going to enforce rules that were created
Retroactively,
in
no.
retroact?
That's not what I was saying.
Then what is your grievance here?
The very specific reason we did send you, we sent the delegation to speak with him to begin with, was because he went against the will of the Council that he agreed to. He gave his word and broke it.
What exactly happened to cause the trial to come about in the first place?
Infinity took action that the Council did not want to happen, and he has made direct contact with a number of mortals, and used his powers to directly influence their actions and or positions and well-being.
So doesn't that directly break one of the rules that
No,
were created beforehand?
those are the alleged accounts.
What is not alleged is whether he did it or not, it is whether it was justified, as that is the stipulation in the rule. It is unless absolutely necessary. That is the point we are arguing here. Was it absolutely necessary, or was it...
It wasn't in violation of the rules in the first place.
And how is that?
Well, every mortal he interacted with either interacted with him or took direct action to attempt to harm. And in fact, they did kill an entity.
You seem to be distorting facts. Allow me to set the scene. Well, let me explain what we're discussing right now.
Are you going to paint a picture?
No.
Are you
I
gonna,
was trying.
are you gonna tell a story?
I've never been much of an artist.
You're gonna tell a story.
Waiting.
For legal reasons, I cannot.
That is correct. You'd be breaking copyright. Before continuing,
Yes.
for all of you, this is the first time most of you are hearing about an entity dying in relation to this. Just that.
Yeah.
We did talk about the possibility quite a lot in the last council, but it
It's not
apparently
confirmed.
it's more real.
Yeah, in fact, has just happened.
The events in question took place on Earth 1961. There are a number of time-related incidents that are happening there. It is unrelated to this. There is an individual there named Becca Rains, who has attached to her a former version of Death from a previous iteration. He lacks all but a tiny fraction of his original power, though it has been allegedly growing. There were doubts raised, concerns raised in a previous Cosmic Council, and a decision was made to watch and observe and see if that was going to be a problem. Gather information before taking action. We took a vote, and it was unanimously agreed upon by all involved, including Infinity. Infinity then proceeded to turn around and break that agreement, sending his agents to deal with the situation. First among those being the entity of hate. Upon their first encounter, he was banished, but not after causing considerable physical damage to the environment. Although somehow the powered protectors around Becca were somehow able to mitigate most of the harm he attempted to cause.
And for some reason, they were able to cast magic. If you will remember, that world is one where magic is absent.
That's correct. That was the only means by which they were able to banish him from their realm. After which, Infinity proceeded to order some of his agents from the Infinity Corps to go down to their planet. And
Let us clarify this
what
fact.
was your order to them?
Infinity, did you order your agents to go attack that place?
I can do no such thing.
Did you apply for your agents to go attack?
Did you ask?
I informed them of a breach in reality. Of this form of death. And they went accordingly.
They are
As you
connected.
intended when informing them of this. You did intend for them to take action based on your words.
But I cannot make them do anything.
And it was not a direct order.
Yes. As such, the leader of his organization and a small squadron deployed one of his command ships went to their planet and deployed a ship with the leader of their organization and a small squadron. And they engaged. They made contact. The leader, what's his name again? Pratt. Made the decision to not attack Becca. And his subordinates took that personally. They attempted to assassinate Pratt, which was foiled by one of the companions of Becca, Luke. And then they proceeded to mutiny in general and attempted to kill everyone involved.
Is Infinity somehow at
No.
fault for their actions?
I am simply... That is fuzzy, but no.
Context.
It was due to Infinity requesting it of them to terminate Becca. Well, he made clear that his intent, his desire was for Becca and Necro to be erased. And that caused the agents in his organization to mutiny against their leader, against Pratt. This has caused a split in Infinity, which resulted in Pratt requesting the aid of Becca and her compatriots. They were invited in by Pratt to the ship that was under his control, and to help combat the mutineers. During the course of this, Becca was separated from Becca and Luke, and some of their allies went separately, and were assaulted by hate aboard this ship, resulting in the end with Necro, who had been suppressed for the majority of this, out of fear that could cause retaliation or undue harm. Hate provoked them to the extent that Necro took action. It is my understanding that he did not know what would happen. He could not have.
Surely, a Avatar of Death understands what happens when
Are
they
you
swing
capable?
their scythe.
Are you capable of killing entities as well?
Patrick?
It's a yes or no question. You don't have to come over here.
You should probably be closer.
So,
Is Death capable of killing entities?
fantastic.
This guy.
He's this guy. Got it?
Exactly.
That's a
But that
different.
doesn't mean he's not. He doesn't know is the answer.
Does he know that, though? Does he know whether he can or cannot kill an entity?
Yes. You You are capable if you need to.
Oh.
No, that's fine. You have never done it.
To my knowledge, if the time called for it, all things happened.
And you can't directly cause that.
As far as I
See. At what point were you made aware of this? Was this something you immediately, instinctively were aware of?
I feel as if I've always been aware of it.
I see.
It's a constant of this existence.
Iteration with the executives. You can have the whole this iteration is constant and it's the being from a previous one.
Yes, it does give us something of an idea, though. However, for obvious reasons, the first iteration of death was likely less well instituted than the current iteration,
Maybe, but
as evidenced by his current appearance, which is haphazard.
and how much of that is related to his continued existence in a universe that doesn't support him?
Is this point relevant to the charge of infinity?
It shouldn't be.
No, that is not particularly relevant. Well, no, because that was the inciting incident.
So the point is,
Necro killed Hate, and Infinity stepped in. The actions of Infinity did directly result in that. However, I'm not sure that is something I'm willing to lay. I'm not sure
Hold
that's
up.
something we can lay
The
against
actions of Infinity directly resulted in what?
The actions of Infinity directly resulted in Hate's death. Would Hate have been there if Infinity had not sent him?
Infinity. Did you order Hate to be there?
I had an idea that they would be on the ship. Eight was sent to deal with Necro. Make sure he does not leave the ship.
Okay.
For clarification, I was not intending on Becker Reigns' death.
What were you intending?
Simply to take her in and remove Necro from her charge and protection. And send him back where he came from.
I see. And where is that?
I don't
Without council approval.
need counsel to deal with cosmic threats.
As far as I'm
Wasn't a
aware,
threat, could have made it one.
no one stated he was a threat before.
That was a major topic of last council's discussion.
that he was not there for.
My memory
When I say beforehand, I am talking about right now. This Cosmic Council, because that is what I was a part of. If I am talking about another time, I will mention it's another time.
At the time when this action is committed, the previous council had already concluded. That being said, if you are trying to determine the threat status of something that was dealt with, it should be determined that it was a threat at the time it was being dealt with.
If you all determined it was a threat, what was your reaction? What were you guys planning on doing?
The course
Other than Infinity.
The course of action detailed in the last council was to monitor,
We also sent the gardener to make contact.
and the gardener reported that neither Becca Rains nor Necro intended on doing much of anything with the power they had.
So you decided to monitor, but you sent someone to talk to them, which is not monitoring.
To gather information, more specifically, is what we decided. We knew we didn't have enough to know anything for sure, so we decided to get the information.
We decided to do both things.
So if you
Most of
directly
us would.
monitor it, you should know if he is a threat or not.
And
Correct?
up until the point, yes. And up until the point at which hate was sent against them the second time, Necro was not a threat. He was not a problem. He was not doing anything. He serves as almost a servant of Becca, a
He
friend
was
and
causing
ally.
issues for death.
Is that
What issues
something you
was
can
he causing?
guarantee was his fault? Can you prove that was his doing? Or are you noticing that there are issues happening with death and assuming that because they are correlated, they must be causation? It must be correlation and causation.
Remind me again what point we're pursuing here.
At first, I was simply informing those who are unaware of the situation. And then we got a little sidetracked. At first, then we began to discuss whether he did cause hate to attack Becca, which did result in Hate's death at the hands of Necro. Whereas previously, neither Becca nor Necro had any such inclinations.
So what exactly are you accusing him of at this point?
I am saying that he cannot blame Necro for the death of Hate when he sent Hate as an attacker.
This isn't a trial for hate. This is a trial for infinity.
Yes, most of his actions hinge upon Necro being a threat. My point is, Necro was not a threat until he made him a threat. Till he threatened Necro. Necro was not a threat.
Does anyone want more information, or do we feel like we have a good understanding of the threat level of Necro at this point?
I feel like we have a good understanding, but it feels like other people disagree.
I think that his point was to try and convince us, and I think we've all made up our mind.
I see. Infinity, for the record, what is your threat assessment of Necro?
He can kill us.
Oh, sorry.
And as far as we are aware, it was causing problems for death. And you do not need to be intending harm for it to be caused. Right.
Death, if it was causing issues for you, why did you not take care of it?
Well, a battle between two deaths would probably have side effects for starters.
It was
That
also
doesn't mean he could. I'm not saying directly interfering. Why wasn't it Death who brought this issue up to us?
we
unless it
discussed
was.
it at pretty great lengths in the last Cosmic Council. I believe your stance was that it was a manageable problem.
That, and given the nature of the problem, there's no way to directly tell without observation if Necro is the one causing the issue.
And since that last council, were you able to gather any more information regarding that? Since obviously you have been directly observing.
We do have one observation, I believe. After Necro's banishment, several of the issues disappeared.
I see. Several, but not all.
Don't be doing any secrets.
Which, that is a matter of concern for another time.
No Mason things happening.
We understand there are other issues going on.
What were the specific instances of Necro causing problems? Allegedly causing problems.
Did you hear his question? No. Yes, what are the specific incidents?
There were beings that were perishing that did not quite go where they were supposed to. I can't quite tell where they were supposed to go because of the nature of their deaths, but all I know is they went somewhere outside of this.
2 specific ones, by chance?
A lot more than that.
The number was over 6 last time it was discussed.
But
I wasn't there.
since the occurrence of the banishment, the missing spirits have decreased in frequency.
So it's probably correlated, if not
Yes.
caused by that.
One could assume.
They've decreased in frequency. Have they stopped altogether?
How often was it? It was over the course of, I assume, an adult's life, correct? 6 over the course of how long?
Yes. Well, I believe 20, 21 years.
So how often did it happen? Has it been long enough for you to even tell that the frequency's changed?
Well,
It hasn't been terribly long, but the occurrences of it all but stopped during the period of the banishment. It's
Did they all occur in a very short time within each other?
not so sure.
When did the first one occur?
That's a question for Patrick. Text him.
Patrick, you should come over here.
You should come over
Yeah,
here.
we're asking
You
questions.
need to get a chair and put it right under the
He
didn't prepare me.
That's technically a question for you. How old's Becca?
7.
Well, that's a complicated
That is a complicated question.
Technically,
How old has she been around in existence?
Inside existence, which means not
Complicated.
the beyond.
Not the beyond?
No.
Not the beyond.
20...
almost 21, I think.
21, I think.
Around that long.
Do you have a number of souls for us that have disappeared during
What's
that
the
time?
number?
Apparently it's 6.
It was
More than 6.
It was. I remember
No.
last council, 6 was a number that was brought up as a minimum.
What about 7?
That's minimum.
The thing is, it used to only be one universe, and now it's spreading. Or it was until Necro disappeared. And then it stopped. So, you could make up an exact number, but it's like more than 20.
More than 20.
okay, for me.
Universes or souls?
Which, that's a lot. Is that a lot compared?
It's significant one.
For context, because you weren't really listening, right? I directly asked him how often it was happening because he said that the frequency stopped.
All but stopped.
Yes.
Most.
Not that it didn't.
But-
There's one. When it was
It's barely
one
been time.
universe, you didn't notice. It's not the amount. It was
The
more and more universes until suddenly it was no universes.
Also, I imagine he doesn't have exact dates for a lot of the stuff, as noticing something not being around is a little tricky.
Also, he's dead. That's every universe.
It's
Yeah, but I was told 6.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of easy to notice that.
it roughly began around
King. Billions.
21-ish spans ago, years, however you want to measure.
Is there any? Does that correlate to anything significant?
That is the age of Becca Reigns.
And has Necro always been bound to Becca Reigns
Yes.
As far as I know.
since birth?
Not quite since birth, but shortly after. It is my understanding that he ended up in their universe somehow, and in order to remain there, overwrote her connection to death.
For a long period, the missing spirits went unnoticed because it was contained to one universe, but recently it began spreading. I'm not quite certain on the specifics because 1 or 2 souls missing is difficult to track for the practically infinite number I must deal with, but it's currently definitely upwards of 20 to 30.
And it all but stopped at the Necro staff.
Yes, during the banishment, it occurred in no universes.
Don't need secret things, aren't you?
I was asking for clarification on
Great.
some context.
That's indeed a secret.
And were there any other courses of action you had devised yet?
Not yet.
I see.
If I may, it seems the problem resolved itself. Because with the banishment of this Necro, Becca, seemingly whatever connection was happening there, the problem has simply stopped. Which means as long as interference may that be, there is no more souls disappearing, correct? Or at least no more. And then Becca's dead, vanished.
Not dead.
knows?
She is.
Necro.
Necro is banished. Becca is
Becca remains
in recovery.
untouched.
Yes.
So Becca,
Which cannot
Is
be
alive
said for some
and
of the
well.
other mortals that were present.
Becca is alive and well, a mortal, of which none of us are supposed to touch or interfere with. Necro is banished, who knows where.
The
So
problem
thus,
does seem resolved.
the problem with Becca, and Necro specifically, and death, is
The problem
gone.
is resolved.
The problem
The
is
issue
resolved.
has
The
not.
issue was the resolution of that
Then-
problem. It did not resolve itself. Infinity took action against the will of the council.
Then
of
have you been
which
satisfied with the amount of information
Which-
about Death and Necro at this point?
He did agree to.
was this a problem? Was this a agreement that happened before or after the council had convened and concluded?
This
If it
took
was
place in the
before-
Third Cosmic Council.
Took place during.
The agreement took place at the end of the Third Cosmic Council. This took place not too long ago.
And this
The
was one
instance of banishing.
this was one Infinity was present for. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Infinity agreed in the Third Cosmic Council to not take action against Becca, to simply observe.
So an
Against
Infinity
Necro.
did not.
No, Infinity was present and agreed.
Okay.
But he did. You're asking if he took action against Becca.
Yes.
Correct.
Against Becca and Necro. He did take direct action against Necro.
I would argue pretty indirect. He didn't
No.
do anything directly to Necro. He
Yes.
told people to be around.
He directly ordered something.
In the end, he himself directly descended into the Infinity ship that was no longer under his jurisdiction. And he banished Necro personally, after Necro killed Hate.
Did you interact with any of the mortals?
And before you
That's
answer
all.
that, I will argue that Becca was a bit of a special case. She had a direct connection. Essentially, a spirit death following her, connecting her to her, talking to her, supplying her with power. Am I wrong in these statements?
So excluding Becca, did you interact with any of the mortals?
I don't believe
Becca
that.
is still alone.
I don't believe
We can
Necro
talk
was
about that later
applying
once
for
we clarify he
power.
didn't interact with the others. Separate them into two separate points, maybe to clarify the conversation.
Again,
Say it again.
I
yeah.
don't. Was Necro supplying her with power? Because he does what she asks him to do, like goes and grabs and throws people around, but he doesn't actually grant her any of her abilities. Those are from the playbook, right? Of her being an insane.
that
Oh,
Is-
no.
So it's
That is out of game.
yeah.
out of game,
and-
yes,
It's in-game
no.
flavoring.
yes and no.
No, it's not.
He-
Becca did not
Oh,
get any
no.
of her powers from Necro.
Oh.
Not a
Wait.
single one.
Oh, yeah, which... No.
He did. He was
No, she-
directly
yes.
stabilizing a lot of
Yes.
her powers to make things significantly easier for her.
No, he was
Exalt.
not affecting a single one of her powers. The only thing he was doing was stopping the hallucinations.
Yeah.
That is it.
Suppressing.
He
All
did
broken.
seem to be suppressing most of your brush.
That's an Aaron thing.
Exalted.
That was not a.
So, in answer to your
No,
question,
Knows.
That was an Aaron forgetting that was a thing.
from what we've observed following the banishment of Necro, her powers did not come from him. In fact, he stabilized them and her mental state.
So first, did you interact with any of the other mortals?
Yes.
Did
And
those
what did you
mortals?
do?
But
So it doesn't matter.
Yes.
they were fighting those I was connected to.
Did those
That-
mortals interact with you?
If it counted as a breaking the rules, consequences would have attacked me.
Has that been verified? Has one of us broken the rules and been directly punished by consequences?
Hey, I volunteer chaos. You can do
I
it.
see no reason why he would treat us any differently than for more.
I broke the rules.
I have broken the rules too.
Has
I
consequences punished either of you?
No, I summoned Mason Kane and attempted to destroy him.
I do
I-
believe it stated Mason was an exception to being mortal. He wasn't exactly in that category.
Yes. Mason doesn't fall under a lot of our rules.
I have formed many connections to mortals, supplied them with power, befriended them, if you will, much the same as Necro to Becca.
But did you directly interact with them before or after they were connected to you? If they're already connected to you, it's fair
Did
game.
they start the conversation?
Yes. They all
Not
started the
breaking the rules.
conversations. However, in various forms, I have talked to them of my own free will.
For this-
Before and after.
For the how it applies to infinity, you were in a yes. Did the mortals you mortals you interacted with in the room with you when you were arrived? The answer to this one is no.
I said no.
He said no.
So they entered the room that you were in. They approached.
It seems to me if the answer is yes, and that is a direct challenge. They invoked magic, of which this universe had none.
The
Correct.
mortals in question did not do that.
To clarify.
They're
Thing.
Depends what it is.
Infinity did appear with two other mortals besides Becca in the same room.
Yes.
Not the
Yeah,
one you
Rita
interacted
and
with,
Luke.
though.
He did still interact with them.
I didn't interact with Becca or Luke.
Wait, how did they get back?
Or
to her?
Rita.
Or
Luke took all of them away
Oh, okay.
because he didn't want to be interacted with.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say for now there's at least reasonable doubt. There's reasonable doubt that you interacted with anyone who didn't first interact with you.
I saw them killing hate as a direct challenge.
So you're
So I
willing
took
to
action.
admit that you did make contact first.
I guess not. It's possible for me to.
You made
Then you
contact
did.
through hate. First.
Infinity
You sent a
can-
challenger. They defeated your challenger.
I did not send a challenger. I sent someone to deal with the problem.
You sent an executioner.
Why did you decide this was your problem to deal with?
It's always
It's his
been my
ego.
duty to deal with the problems of reality.
As far as I can tell, it was death.
We can get involved in things
It-
at a
No,
whim.
I would like to know his opinion.
It was Infinity's duty.
Yeah.
Infinity was the head of Infinity Corps. And it
was
was
Infinity Corps related before?
and before Infinity was removed as the leader of Infinity Corps, it was his job to deal with problems like that.
Was
Why
he
is not
removed
idiots?
before that happened?
He was
Yeah.
removed.
So why are you bringing up that?
I am telling you the reason why this has always been his
He's
issue.
explaining Infinity's statement. It seems.
What is
yes.
your point here? Would his intent make it more or less legal?
No.
No. But if he believes that it was his issue, number one, I just want to know why. Because he didn't take any action, so clearly he didn't see it as a threat. So why would he?
It doesn't matter.
I wasn't here. I'm gaining context.
Understood. Forgive me, legal proceedings.
I don't
get
want
under my
to.
skin.
Courtney told him to speak up.
No.
So, Aaron, when you talk towards them, not down.
Just scoot up and move.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, put him in the middle. We can go.
Fine.
There you go.
Infinity, do you wish to tell them what your intent was here?
I do not believe that my removal of being in charge of Infinity Corps removed my duty to deal with problems that break our existence.
It could be argued that it is each of our duty to deal with problems within existence.
I would
And-
argue.
Practically everything that has come from outside of our reality has been a problem.
No more debatable point.
I said practically. I'm not aware of any problems I am not aware of anything from outside of our reality that hasn't been
Define problem.
breaking.
It is. It is of interest to see what the ancients are doing there, but they don't seem to be causing that
We can
many
talk.
issues.
Regardless, do we wish to pursue his legality of interacting with the mortals more, or do we want to pursue his order of hate?
Are they not both the same?
him interacting with the mortal is a different charge than him ordering hate. Those are two separate.
I would argue it's not.
One of them is
He
breaking the
directly
rule, the
ordered-
interacting mortals. The other is an order of breaking his agreement with the Cosmic Council.
Yes, but he also directly ordered hate to interact with mortals.
He can
Which
both
is
directly
attacking
order
the-
hate. He is
Yes, it's
allowed
a
to
loophole.
order hate, and hate is allowed to interact directly with people who have not made
He
contact.
is also allowed to say no.
Hate is an entity, not bound by its.
Did you intentionally pick?
Is that canon? Thank God.
What did you say?
I just said was.
And I asked him if that was canon. He's like, no. No.
Well, it's canon that he was able to say.
Shut up!
Did you intentionally pick hate to say yes?
I knew he was easily convinced.
Convincing hate is not a crime.
It's also not very hard.
Quit spitting on the guy's corpse.
Now, admittedly, it was ordering hate to do that. Probably is going against your agreement with the Third Cosmic Council.
As stated,
Infinity
it
has
was
to
not breaking the rules of the Cosmic Council yet.
There was technically no rule that we had to abide by the agreements we made in the council.
In fact, I believe it was discussed that if we saw fit to not continue and follow along, we could do so.
Order, how do you feel about that statement?
Yes.
He's begrudgingly like,
I know you're a defendant here, but as the best one of us to understand the rules and what is and isn't breaking them, I'd like to hear your opinion as order.
as order and not the defendant.
Yes.
I'm the defendant.
As not the sorry. Oh my gosh, what is the
Defense.
Defense attorney.
Attorney?
Defense. You're the defense, not the defendant.
Ah.
Everyone else is the prosecutor.
Yes.
No, the defense.
Oh,
I would argue Chance has
Yeah, I know.
basically served the role of prosecutor
Yes,
because
he
no
has.
one else would.
Yeah.
Also, no one else knows enough too.
Precisely.
This
As
does-
order.
This does
Infinity-
bring up the quick point of where is consequences in this at all?
It's a great question. We have
So-
no
I'm
idea.
wearing his jacket, so you
Order
know.
has a place in this, I will agree. Everyone here
Consequences
does.
has his rules, and as discussed previously, consequences rules have not been broken by the letter.
I mean, we just
I will continue on to do what Chaos has asked of me. Because as order, Infinity has broken the spirit of several of Consequences rules, and has broken the informal contract he made with the Council.
Yes.
That being said, we have yet to define any sort of punishment for going against the Council, and at that time, you could elect to be in or out of the Council.
So we have agreed that he has broken the informal agreement and that we do need to find some sort of follow-up to that.
He has broken an informal agreement, and he has admitted to doing this.
Great. So that point can now be considered as moved as we now discuss if he's broken any more severe rules.
On to the subject of the mortals then.
uh,
Or are there more
Before-
questions regarding hate?
before we get to, I would like to request Truth to make an appearance. I can ask.
Oh! We hate that guy!
Why do you think I'm asking for him?
Simple. You request the presence of truth.
Can I request the presence
Get up.
of lies?
Can I request the presence of no one?
We've discussed
Not that
No,
person, not that person.
Becca.
No!
Yeah, he
Well, they
specifically,
may call you as a witness.
he specifically
If I
gave me
wasn't
permission.
defeated, I would be.
Please don't.
Why not?
I think
Why are you smarter than what is Becca?
No, that's what
Like, fine.
Exactly. Exactly.
Chaos will enter
That's the
for
problem.
every
That's
time.
the
Didn't
problem.
they say?
This would be more.
You're already arguing whether or not she's a human being.
We'll see if we can check more.
Extra mortal appearance.
Does anyone oppose the presence of truth?
No.
Yeah,
I'll support it.
Infinity.
I don't.
Oh god, no.
Would anyone like to assist?
I already can't tell lies.
Still might be.
I only need one.
Is it
Might
plus
be
spirit?
talking circles.
Or plus spirit?
And what is Truth going to talk to all of the entities?
The only issue that
I request Truth to talk to all the forces, please.
That is a
Especially Karma. I think that'd be fun to watch.
that is an 8. So you get
I will be.
Please say your thing again.
I would like to request Truth to be present.
No! That's not on camera.
You don't gotta be so extreme, you dumb bastard.
You know that's not on camera.
I was polite when I.
No, I really think he does.
I'm not
have
on
to-
camera. This is useless.
Hang on, just stay there. Hang on.
No.
Don't move.
no.
No, sit down.
Tilt the camera down.
No, I'm just gonna pick it up so I don't have to adjust things.
That's what I meant.
I was called.
What?
Pretend I have my sunglasses on. I forgot them.
There's a lot of.
It's okay. You can see my eye. You're allowed.
Why do you do that?
Everyone is. You're all forces. You wouldn't immediately die. Probably. What was I needed? You called.
There was a lot of subjective statements on whether or not the letter of the law or the spirit of the law was more important. So I figured I'd ask the opinion of Truth itself, and which one of those two matters more.
I sprinted here.
I asked you to do that. I just said, hey, I've got a question.
I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't like cheating. I just finished one.
Well, I didn't know I was that important to you. I appreciate it.
You're not.
Damn.
Ah, there's a chair available.
Apparently you can't sit in it.
Infinity, you ass.
Hey, that was a true statement, by the way.
Where should I stand? I'll stand right here.
So, oh, I just brought in another chair.
Where's this chair for? Where's
That's
it
for
going?
him.
Where's
Right
it
there.
going?
In the middle.
Oh, now we're covered. It's okay, I'll stand right here.
To see you.
Your head might block that camera.
Just be in
Not
the.
that one.
I think being in the middle is.
Okay, it's that chair.
And now I cover Aaron.
It is blocking the good.
Most
Most
of
Don't
them.
be on camera.
There's no place.
Just sit on the floor.
Just like walk in
Sit on the
circles.
floor like a
Walk in
man.
circles.
Yeah, that's fine.
There you go. Now you're on camera. Anyway.
What?
Why?
What's happening? What's going on?
What is the point of this?
Well,
Actually, I know what's going on. This is the trial of infinity.
if you want to use that word, yeah.
What are the
Well, that's what the title says, but
Why is he here?
Title.
It's Trail of
The Exalted One wanted to fact check a couple of things.
Alright.
Please do so he can leave.
I'm very good at that.
For starters, is anybody like here? Can you check?
I
that?
wasn't listening.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
one
I was in a meeting.
The
I
one
explained
time
this
the
already.
Nosy bastard
eating
isn't being a
McDonald's.
nosy bastard. I need him to be a nosy bastard. Okay,
Anything else?
Don't get me caught up. I said don't.
well, I asked the question before you started to whine about you unnecessarily sprinting here and diving on the floor. About whether, in the context, the spirit or the letter is more important.
Talking about consequences rules.
Yeah.
Law.
Well, in the literal sense, it's the letter of the law because consequences is flimsy on those
And
sorts of
in a
things.
storytelling sense, did you like breaking that wall so much?
Hmm?
In a storytelling sense.
Does walls he breaks?
Quiet, please.
Especially when he runs into rooms and dives on the floor.
Yes.
I sprint.
He likes to be the Kool-Aid Man. He can't. He just tries very hard.
So,
Oh, consequences doesn't care about the spirit. Usually the letter.
If any of us.
But if you get real close, maybe. Though he's preoccupied at the moment.
Wait.
There are more important things than this going
Right.
on.
More important things.
That doesn't matter to this council, so I'm not going to tell you.
Just to clarify, no version of me is related to those important things.
Why would they?
I don't know.
There are very few versions of you that are important to things.
Three.
Are there any more
One
important
and a half.
questions to ask?
Can't you please leave? Why?
Hey, can you stay to NY Infinity?
is he actually being forced to tell the truth by order?
Yeah. Though
I have
forced is
no
a
reason
strong
to
word,
lie.
he's willing. He's
I have no
willingly
reason to lie.
taking,
Well, he's
Yeah, fair.
willingly being forced.
willingly being forced, that's correct.
Don't lean back, Patrick. You'll break your finger.
Yeah, actually, genuinely don't
You hearing that?
one.
Don't lean
That
back.
is the broken one.
Don't Connorize it.
Don't realize it.
If we have no other important questions,
Well, do you know of anything Infinity's intentionally leaving out of his statements?
He just said he hasn't been paying attention.
Okay, I'll ask another important question. If you don't have an answer to that. It's just
To be fair, that implies Patrick knows if I'm willingly leaving anything out.
actually, I will find this as an important question. Has Infinity broken any of the rules?
Yes.
Which ones?
that was a bad question, man.
So,
He asked me once. You gonna answer that?
is that for us to find out?
Yes.
Great.
This implies Aaron knows what Patrick is talking about.
How many?
One.
Next question I have. Since Infinity was taking all of his actions on the assumption that Necro was the cause of a handful of unimportant souls disappearing,
Also,
Competing using the Institute fruits.
Why didn't you notice that?
it doesn't change the fact that this.
is it true that it was in fact that all of those were objectively caused by Necro's presence?
Well, they went to where he came from, so presumably yes.
All
And
of them?
where is that?
Well, the antiverse, of course.
Ah.
Where else would he come
I
from?
suppose that's sensible. But
Technically, he
where
came from the first iteration of existence,
Could
but
you-
that's where it went.
Could you describe what the antiverse is?
It's where things go that break existence.
And that's where
It's the proverbial trash can.
So,
prison.
everything from
Garbage.
everything that should be in the antiverse breaks existence.
Can.
No.
Yes.
Was part of a broken existence.
It can break existence, and yes, you're correct, he's correct. We're all somewhat correct. Some are more correct than others, and others are straight up
So,
lying.
Which one?
himself, probably.
I never lie. True.
Are you saying there's
I feel like it's cheating using him to learn this information.
Well, I've got no one.
Nobody put that in the fucking rule book.
we're entities. Why does this matter?
What? That's the whole point of this. You just asked him.
No, I have other
See,
I
even
have-
he's wondering.
I have other issues to resolve by this.
Argument sake.
There are reasons I bring this.
Were there other ways to resolve Necro's effects on the realm of death?
That's a subjective truth.
Yes.
No, it's an objective
Would that-
truth.
would
If
that
there were
yes
other
be
ways to
subjective
resolve
with
it,
a word?
that is either a yes or no.
Define
And he has
resolve
said
it.
Yes.
Because it could be counted as resolve if Necro killed this death and assumed his position.
I see.
I
That's
don't want that
also
to
an
happen.
option.
Was Necro
Is that
causing
the
active
only
issues with that? That's a
Uh,
question where we all been
That was a
right.
presumable yes, as stated before, yes.
If I remember
Seems like
correctly.
subjective.
passive issues, but active,
Consequences?
sure.
Yeah, the correct thing you want to hear from the entity of truth.
There were consequences and problems that were actively happening, but a lot of it was started out as passive in the background.
Because of him?
Yes.
Out of all beings that have currently been taking actions in this iteration, has Necro been causing the most problems for?
No.
Is he one that was causing
Why?
considerable
I wonder
problems,
the
even?
same thing.
Was he worth dealing with?
Yes.
Ah,
But though there were ways to deal with him, just I don't know if
better
there were
ways
that.
that we could have resolved. We could have.
Well, I don't
come up
know if
with
there are
and
ways
we
that
take
you're
it time
capable
again.
of dealing with.
As for Infinity, you're welcome to speak up. You're not required on.
I have put a.
He doesn't like me.
No,
I
they
put a rule on myself where I will not speak unless spoken to.
I see.
That's a weird.
Except for him, because he's not supposed to be here.
He's an
You
entity.
playing this?
He's not part of the council.
How was he not part of this?
He's not force.
Yeah, where
Kind of
when
an
everybody
opt-in
hears the
thing.
force, I'm an entity, they have their own separate shit.
I'd like to opt. I'm taking the disengage action.
That means you agree with any consequence.
I'd like to go. I'd like to get out of combat without an attack of opportunity. Please.
Okay.
Oh, too bad.
So,
There seems to be more to discuss on Infinity's thing, on Infinity's trial. It also appears that Truth being here will not help us uncover those, and that we are supposed to uncover those by ourselves.
Is that accurate, Truth?
Well, that's how the story goes.
See.
So in the event of
And we
that,
all follow the story, right?
Your voice is in
to the event of that, can we get rid of him?
I'd like to.
Great.
Hey, can they?
He just leave. You want to get rid of him, then you can roll his leave.
Or
Oh, god damn it.
I have.
Can I assist?
So, Order snaps his fingers and Truth just... Sorry, you didn't roll high enough, buddy.
I'd like to roll, please.
Are you rolling?
I would like to hinder.
No, you.
Chaos, do you want to Chaos, do you
I don't
want to
like
hinder for
this.
the entertainment?
No, I want him to go away.
What?
So,
He's
Who
extending
gets
the trial.
died?
you didn't roll high enough, buddy, but he did.
But it's a trial.
Okay, yeah, I see you're on. I see that.
Before we continue, I have. It seems we have overlooked a important part of this. Infinity, do you agree to the will of the council as to in regards to your punishment? Whatever the will of the council decides, whatever the council agrees upon, will you accept it?
If a punishment is decided. Equivalent.
A unanimous one?
Yes.
just one.
That's why I say equivalent.
Unanimous.
Now,
That's not the same thing.
I would like
You know what I
to
mean?
say
Yeah,
something
that's what
about
it means.
Yeah.
Just like okay.
Infinity
Okay.
doing this.
Is what we were trying to say.
First off, if there is no punishment, that implies that this council does not matter.
Precisely, which is why we must discuss.
Second point on that, we need to decide what we need to be able to enforce any punishments that the council decides. Lastly, this council is opt-in to be a part of. I would like to establish that anyone who isn't a part of, everyone who doesn't decide to be in the council, agrees to what is decided.
No.
If you choose to not be present, you are still bound.
You are bound to the agreement made by it because you chose to not give input.
Does it affect anything? It wouldn't.
He's making a power grab. He wants more control.
No.
Control.
He wants
Is
this
that a lie, Patrick? Is that a lie?
There's only certain people.
I am wanting this council to matter.
because while we have passed rules and made decisions, there seems to be no enforceable way to ensure that people agree, people follow through.
And I do not
There's
wish
no
to have any more power than any one of you.
Yes,
However,
this is.
rules do need to be there for us to be able to influence each other.
The
One
rule
of us
can't
hates
apply
this
to
mystery.
all of us. There's at least one of us who can simply decide if he wants to have that punishment.
That is where cosmic deals come in.
Yes, you can, if they are agreed to, bind someone's power to stop them from taking an action. And it will be their own power opposing them, and therefore equal to what they are trying to do.
Canceling out. They'll stop themselves by
This seems.
force.
Have we concluded the part where we obviously discussed that he's broken the agreement of the council? Have we gotten to the point where we found what rule he broke? That feels important to do first.
No, it seems more important to determine that there is a purpose to this. If it is decided that he will not agree,
This can be
Yes.
tabled until after
Yes.
after Infinity has been decided whether he is guilty or not on that second count.
In fact, I believe that might be the subject of the next council. I do not believe. Well,
We should try to find a decision about that here. And to that effect, we are tabling my points, and we are going back to the trial of Infinity.
do we accept?
Unfortunately.
Do we accept his proposition that if he deems it to be equivalent, he will accept the punishment? Because it sounds to me.
A punishment should be decided upon unanimously, and unless it is just, I will not abide by it.
That seems like a point to discuss later.
No,
Here's why.
because if we do not determine now that a punishment can be enacted, then there is no purpose in furthering this trial.
I agree to disagree.
Do
I
we
agree.
even have a punishment that would matter?
Death.
Not one that could be
I'm
enforced.
going to
Finish.
die.
I was just saying that there is one punishment we know for certain.
That is true.
Well, the issue is he's infinity. If we kill him, it's
Assuming he
other problems.
We don't have any other punishments we can even enforce.
That is precisely
Correct.
why.
Mm.
That's precisely why I'm proposing Cosmic Deal. That is the only manner in which he could be punished.
I disagree.
You could simply bind him to the will of another.
You guys are thinking in very absolute terms,
Do you
in
have
terms
some
of
type of reality?
unavoidable things. Simply removing him from the council could be a punishment. Simply choosing to oppose him could be a punishment.
Removing him from the council would only be a punishment if he were still bound to the will of the council.
No, the point is, here as a group, we work within an agreement to abide and come together to do things bigger than any one of us. By removing him, we remove his ability to do that.
If we really want to punish infinity, you could just make him live as if he was mortal for a month. Fairly certain he'd rather kill himself.
Who could do that?
If we follow through with the cosmic field thing, we could.
Also, we don't have to oppose him directly. We could decide as a council to get involved or to counter various schemes he has going on and become a nuisance. That is a punishment, although not one bound by rules and order.
I would also posit that we could bind him to the will of the council in such a way
Anyone who
that
agrees with
binds
that,
him and his powers, abilities, whatever, to whatever we decide it to be. Unanimously, of course.
I believe that was the proposition Order made.
Yes, with a slight caveat of anyone, if it is not unanimous, you can simply, if you are in the council, you can say you wish to not be a part of that. Because then it will be known and you'll be able to actually do stuff to band together and stop anything bigger than the greater sum of us.
we don't need your binding vows to do that.
The binding vows are for those who decide not to participate in the council and do what they wish anyway.
The idea of the ability to act freely and simply choose to work together is important.
If we do not all choose to act together, then very little we do here matters.
Yes.
Other than, perhaps, the sharing of information.
Then choose to incentivize it rather than create absolute punishments.
What incentive do you propose?
We help each other whenever we are working together. When one of us doesn't work with them, they do not have the help.
The narrator requests you go back to the trial, please,
Yeah.
so that can be a thing.
We are
For later.
reducing the punishment.
Yeah,
So the problem is, right now, Chance has brought up that it is pointless to proceed without guaranteeing that a punishment can be enacted if one is deemed necessary by the council.
I disagree.
If we can't punish him at all, there's no point in
Yeah,
saying that we're going to
continuing.
punish
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
I love being here. It's not happening like I thought it would. I'm not getting berated the whole time.
I'm trying to get that ball rolling.
It's a little
Shut up!
bit
Shut
more.
up! Shut up! Let everyone do what they want.
I do have the thing that would start that,
Okay.
potentially.
Oh, I
Hold
have
your
a
tongue.
bullet in
No,
the
no.
chamber.
No. I think they should both leave. I think they're not.
I don't object to the same bullet.
I'm the guy on trial here. I don't have to be objective.
I understand the point that Chaos is trying to make in that trying to determine an absolute punishment, regardless of whether or not it's equivalent to infinity's actions, is at this point not the most important thing because other punishments are possible. As he brought up, one of these being that if Infinity were to take further action that any one of us are disinclined to agree with, then we could simply use our own energy to combat.
The
Infinity.
issue with that is that any one of us loses to infinity.
That's
Yes.
why we are a council.
And that if infinity does something, for example, if infinity descended down and killed Becca Reigns, right now, or let's say immediately after this council, how would we know that was happening to stop it?
You just pay attention.
Why do we not have someone monitoring this girl?
I
She's
have been monitoring
Actively?
her through.
I am
We
all-
have all decided.
Clarification. God of this world. I can only monitor those I'm connected to, correct?
Yes.
Or can I have those who are
Unless
close?
we all decide. We all decided to monitor this.
Yes. No, you.
No, you said you directly
Yeah.
said in the last one you decided to monitor it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why have we not picked a specific person to directly watch her?
Well,
I-
Open, you're connected to her.
No, he's.
Yes, he is.
Other
Never was dead.
Currently,
Yes,
you
he
are
is.
connected.
Oh.
I mean, I've been watching.
Blame Aaron.
Not all the time. but
Stuff has been
I
happening.
assume everything has
It's
been
been a
happening.
long day in here.
My question is:
Haven't all of
was
us been
Chance able to
watching?
watch Becca directly, or was he watching through Hosea?
up
Who's
until
connected to
recently,
himself?
yes.
Through Hosea. Okay. I have been watching
So
her.
not much. Just so you know.
It is possible to directly view a person yourself, but it is far easier to view through someone else.
Yes.
You're
So
already
up
connected.
until the last council, he was viewing through Hosea. Then more recently, he's been exerting the effort to watch her.
In fact, I only stopped watching Becca Reigns along with a handful of other mortals directly when in the conversation that I, Death, and Order had with Infinity just a short time ago. There were some revelations I had that have had me put more thought and effort towards other things.
I think the thing is this: we agreed to watch. Do you watch anything?
Meaning,
Anything at all? Do you
No.
watch anything? Ever?
no,
You never watch anything.
no.
What are you doing right now?
Watching you.
Great. You watch things.
No,
Participating, I believe.
Do you always watch me?
no.
So you can watch someone without always watching them. Point clarified.
No.
I don't do much but watch.
I watch.
days.
I don't see everything.
Or any
I
day.
was watching Becca.
Yeah,
I didn't see you when it happened.
That is the
them,
point.
We were monitoring her, just not.
If you had worries,
them.
this goes for everyone who is in there. If you had worry, hang on. If you had worries that they were going to be a multiversal threat, why would you not have someone on them at all times?
I have been. Since
Also-
that council, I have been exerting as much of my energy as possible to keep an eye on Becca, and as many compatriots as I was able to.
For a number,
Unlike
all
Infinity,
times.
the rest of us don't come with omniscience. We
Furthermore,
have other things to do. We can't always be watching.
I do not.
Even if we have
Nothing better to
a
do.
lot better prison cell.
How many of us are there?
Too many.
21.
Well,
20 and a half.
Furthermore,
enough.
while Infinity is on trial for his actions, one could say that Infinity was our person on Becca Reigns.
That does not qualify.
Well,
Right.
it
As they
did.
were actively trying to harm them.
Well, it did qualify till he tried to harm me.
When did you try to harm them? Compared to when they were decided to not do anything with it, when did you try to harm them? After the council?
Well,
only recently.
well after the council.
Were you watching them all the time?
was able to after a certain point. Chance. It's not certain.
Frankly, even then, it's not exactly the best decision. Someone who's actively against it would be more than willing to find every
The
flaw.
issue was he wasn't actively against it.
Hmm?
He said he would go with the monitoring, was, then didn't, and then attacked it.
Was he arguing against you guys the entire time?
For a considerable portion of it, he was, yes.
But he did.
So he would not be your first choice.
But he did say he would abide by the decision.
He was
I
not the
understand.
choice. He simply also.
I know.
Yes.
I understand that. I'm saying we cannot count him as being the person who constantly monitored them because number one, you guys didn't make that decision, and number two, he was actively against it. He would not have been a good choice to make. So we cannot consider that.
Yes.
What's your point
We
here?
weren't.
We said we would watch them. We watched them.
No, that's out of character. If I'm smiling, it's out of character.
What a great,
What?
great synopsis.
Your point is
I don't understand why you. I understand you did.
yes.
Other than that, we were arguing what exactly happened. If someone was monitoring it the whole time, we would know exactly what happened.
Do we not know what happened?
No, I believe.
We were arguing over whether or not he even interacted.
Oh,
We were clarifying. It's
Oh.
a trial. You have to make
No.
clarifications.
I was getting to
Bullshit.
that part.
It's important.
I was getting to that part.
The story is not over.
Before I got to that, I simply wished to verify that a punishment could be enacted. So far, all I have gotten is he will agree to it if he believes it is just.
Which is.
That is not sufficient to me.
I vote against the current idea of punishment that's been put forward.
What is the punishment you believe has been put forward? Death? No, that is a
That
joke at
All
best.
come together to agree upon some idea of submitting ourselves to punishments of the council.
I don't.
I disagree with that point.
Okay.
I vote against it.
Can we not essentially just put a hall monitor on him? Make sure he doesn't do anything again?
Again, the issue is he can be literally everywhere at once, and nothing we have can.
You could also just get rid of the monitor.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
is stronger than
precisely.
any individual.
And quite possibly all of us at once.
And a number of us have things we are supposed to be doing at all points in time.
And at least one of us is unable to do almost anything at any time. At any time.
Not calling anyone.
Well, because he hates Chance so much.
That's just true.
Chance has his place.
Yes, he's weak.
He likes
Smaller
drinking
than all of us,
tea.
we understand.
And watching people through a little mirror water.
He's like a little dog you appreciate that's in the corner sometimes.
Appreciate nice roast.
Alright.
That is so insensitive.
Before moving forward, do we believe that it is necessary to have a method of punishing?
I vote against it.
I'm for it.
All in favor of determining a method of punishment before continuing?
Possible.
Raise your hand.
All in favor of continuing without determining a method of punishment.
I see.
My opinion doesn't matter.
That
The
is
votes.
the point. Do we consider him for votes of the council at this point? If it,
No, he is on trial. He cannot vote.
Understood. That seems reasonable to me.
Is that agreed?
Yeah.
Currently, yes.
Until such a point as he is considered a part of the council again, he cannot vote.
I could joke if I
I believe for the current period, he's considered out.
want. You laughed at me.
I figured, but it felt important to mention quickly.
The one time we agree on something.
As the council has voted to move forward, I shall continue. We will now discuss. I'll now bring forward the allegations of interacting with mortals improperly.
Patrick, what's up?
What do you want, Martha?
For
Get down
my
in your Peter pose. What? Get down in your Peter pose.
Oh,
No,
just go.
let him be there.
so that everyone can participate
Uh-huh.
in this moment. Instead of a bunch of arguing for at least this moment, I would like everybody, one at a time, please, and no crosstalk,
Oh,
to directly confront Infinity about something.
I vote against that.
Oh.
Except
Everyone else
him.
say aye.
Because you're the defense.
So we can talk to him or him.
Yes, but just one thing for now, around the room.
Starting there.
Starting with you.
I disagree with that.
Why don't we just
I
ask who
disagree.
wants to go first?
Or who wants to go?
I vote him.
We want to go first.
You're right. You're right. I vote him.
Who would like to go?
I will. I
Yeah,
can't.
what a great prize.
Infinity or Order, because they are in this together for
Oh,
all intents and purposes. a confrontation or question that they can answer, albeit semi-briefly, so that we can get through everything.
Did you,
I'm sorry. It's just a.
Infinity, did you launch 3 mortals out of your ship for the severe crime of walking into a room where you were present, unknowing?
They were not launched.
Did you forcibly eject them?
They weren't thrown. They weren't thrown.
Did you forcibly eject 3 mortals who had done nothing to you aside from walk into a room where you were present, not knowing who you were or that you were there?
Awesome.
Did you eject them forcibly from the room into the sky, the open air above the earth, at a fatal height?
What do you want me to say? Do you want me to say no?
Yes,
That would be a lie.
To that question that he posed, the answer should be no.
He asked multiple questions.
Yes.
I wasn't quite sure how to phrase it exactly.
So I think what?
As Infinity has clarified before, the reason for interacting with those mortals was because they were attacking the people near.
I consider them to be involved in Hate's death.
Were they? Were they directly involved?
They were a part of her team.
Did
All
they
of
do-
them are responsible.
Did they have any way to have knowledge of that?
Okay, next. This is.
Who are you?
If I had a character here to directly interact on a more regular basis, this is what I was wanting the whole time.
That's nice.
But
Who are you upset at? Fuck it.
Yes.
Yeah, you in the back? Mr. Ken?
Mr. Bowles.
This isn't quite related to the current point of information, but it's been bugging me the while. I have 2 connected questions, so forgive me. You would claim to be the most intelligent of us, knowing the most about how this iteration works.
Is that a question?
Yes.
I would agree.
Okay. On that point, prior to the knowledge of Necro's capabilities in my statement earlier, did you have knowledge to my capability and other iterations of Death's capability, or an assumption that they had the ability to destroy and kill entities?
No.
Okay.
I was unaware of that.
That is all I have.
Next.
Do you just want everyone to do it
Yeah.
once?
yes,
Yeah.
that's what I think.
Yes, to make it.
So that everyone can
Question.
equally participate.
Yeah.
In this. Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I will address both of you. First off, Infinity. Sloppy work. Second,
That's not a
order.
question.
Yeah, it was a statement. Order. How many times have you lied while we've been here?
While I've been here,
In this particular meeting.
none to my knowledge.
Can we verify?
How many times have you made statements?
That's another question.
To rephrasing the same question.
I am not always entirely certain of all of Infinity's intentions, as I was not in direct contact with him for a majority of what he did.
I did not limit that to statements about Infinity's intentions. How many statements?
I did not count them.
So have I?
I did not count the amount of statements, but the statements that I was uncertain of were about Infinity's intentions.
Next person? Only because they want to stop.
Yeah.
Which is the reason we should let him keep talking.
You're right.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Anything else?
I have a point. What is it exactly that you intend to do on or while interacting with the council in the future? Do you intend to stay a part of it? And if so, why?
I believe that depends on how agreeable we all can be.
So if we're more agreeable, you're willing to stay.
For attention.
Why?
I do not wish to be a part of something. All I will get is backlash.
But why would you want to be a part of it?
Because I believe we can do it. If possible.
That concludes my question, unless Order has something obtuse to add to it.
I would like you to stab him in the back.
Unfortunately, I shouldn't.
I didn't say. I said I wanted you to, not that you would.
You might.
No, not during a meeting.
Nothing to add from me here.
Great.
I guess I will go. Infinity, what do you believe would be a fair punishment for yourself? If the punishment were to be decided upon. Not death. I believe that would result in too big of a boom for any of us to handle currently.
Personally, I do not believe I have the ability to answer that question. I do not believe I deserve to be punished.
Infinity.
We're gonna take the infinite.
Finite.
You're now finite.
I will
Point.
posit something.
Any of you three?
I will posit something for the council thus far. Infinity arguably has committed a crime as far as the council is concerned.
That much has been admitted.
It has been proven capable that entities can be contained. Even completely randomosities.
And
Who is to say,
to add to that point directly, mortals are capable of containing it
and
as well,
was
as established in the last.
I would posit for us that Infinity, because it was brought up, not to be forced to live as a mortal, but to be contained to a mentor. Such as Becca, in a way. Not Becca directly, but in such a way. Simply because Infinity has proven reckless, but we can argue about semantics as far as the East is from the West to the end of time. He believes he has not done anything wrong. Some of us agree, some of us disagree. Why not make him walk a mile in their shoes, as it were? Furthering that point, I would argue any entity that believes himself to be above reproach, control, what have you, would be forced to walk in the lesser shoes until such time that they understand why they have done what is wrong to the offending party.
Point taken. Anything more to add?
That is all I would add.
Okay.
So,
Can I ask a question about what Walter said?
After.
Darkness will make it around.
He's leaving. Can I ask the question?
Okay.
no, he's one of the people on my side.
If anyone has a question, they should be able to ask it to Darkness.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for a brief moment, I will play darkness.
No, I don't want you to play darkness. I want him.
I'll make sure to play it just as uninterested.
Instead of like a whiny bitch like last time.
Well, he was being a little whiny bitch last time.
He was also the person
I think
being.
you were being a whiny bitch.
Well, he was also the person being accused last time. Different situation.
Alright.
I just felt that Infinity has more of a calm emotions in this context.
Am I asking darkness question
Yes.
now since Walter
That's the question.
before?
Yeah.
Only quickly.
Would you, in that context, be for or against what Order proposed as us having a contract with each other then to make sure that that is enforceable.
I see nothing wrong with that. At least I'm not directly opposed.
All points taken. One of you three. Magic has raised their hand.
I don't believe I have any statements that have already been said. I have my own feelings. That I think Necro's fate was one of my interests last meeting. It's a shame. I think any unethical interactions with mortals that we are not supposed to do is also a shame. But I am here with those feelings as an observer to see how this resolves. And I would be curious to see if punishment does happen, but I am uncertain if we will be able to enforce that in any way, shape, or form that is meaningful.
All points taken. Would either of you two like to speak?
Following Infinity Core's civil separation. Given that there is a schism within Infinity Core, those that remain loyal to you and those that have, for their own reasons, disbanded, but carry on in some sense of duty that they still have. Is that a reflection of you and your very literal metaphysical state, or is it separate? I guess, to put it succinctly, how separate is the organization's and its schism from you? My point in asking this is it may elucidate some concerns that we have with you, for lack of a better term, being more of a loose cannon. Seeing that you are, as everybody seems to agree, the most powerful here, it seems wise to be concerned of the most powerful here if they become unpredictable or erratic.
I'm certain of myself. I do not see how this outfit before us related to my state.
May I elucidate a few things regarding your statement?
I suppose.
Only if you use
Infinity
proper
Core has
words,
not
then I think.
dissolved. Like, it was not split into a faction that follows him and a faction that is non-existent. It is the faction that is following the proper structure of the organization,
Yes.
following the rule that prohibited him from leading it directly,
Yes.
and the faction that follows him,
Yes.
regardless of that.
That was more or less my understanding. Is that there was
There was a fanatic group.
the most important thing is that there was a schism within
Yes.
Infinity War, and I wondered if that was representative of Infinity himself or not.
I see.
I do not see that connection.
If anything, that talk should end up being more as talk of punishment. It was, as far as were aware, Infinity's intention that made the schism, but I'm currently working on a way to resolve the whole issue and try to prevent any future schisms.
He is taking temporary control.
Point on that. However, I believe you had something to say.
I have two questions. One of which it may not be related to what you're talking about, but I'm not sure. Are Necro's a past iteration, correct?
Yes.
Yes, first iteration.
That actually wasn't the iteration, but are past iterations bound by any council law?
Unless they're on the council, then they wouldn't be.
Even though they are
Technically, I believe the first iteration didn't even have forces.
Correct.
Which is what the council's made up of. It only had entities.
Is it directed at me?
No, it's directed. Oh, I remember. Porter, would you consider it a good idea for the mortals affected by what Infinity has done to make a decision? Or at the very least have some amount of influence, rather than us completely ignoring their side of it.
Would be warranted. I wanted to get some other things out of the way before their input was necessary. Or
If we're
if
deciding a punishment, I feel like it would be necessary now.
we are not deciding a punishment now.
This session.
Yes, I would.
I didn't mean right now.
Yes. At some point in this session, it could be pertinent to some. Although, I do not believe we should let mortals decide punishments for those on
Punishment? No, that was me misspeaking. Would you agree that they should have somewhat of an influence, though? At the very least, be a part of the conversation.
If not, if they are needed, it is for clarification.
Let me ask a third question.
Oh.
Do you want them to be here?
I want them.
Porter. As Porter, do you want them to be here?
Currently, no. I believe they would complicate things needlessly at present. I believe they could end up being helpful towards the end of the discussion. Is that all?
Yes.
Everyone has made their points. There has been only one count of fault confirmed, yes?
One confirmed, one yet to be confirmed.
Okay. What is the one that is yet to be confirmed that we still need to discuss?
Truth confirmed that he has broken a rule. We have yet to find a rule that is outside of the council, one that we are all bound to by whatever
could be
laws that
one.
bind this iteration. That one has yet to be confirmed.
Truth could have been talking about one, as my question was non-specific.
Or it could be related to my question I recently posted.
Regardless, there is
He
one.
directly interacted with mortals in a way that I do not believe was necessary. Nor was it.
The Infinity Core situation?
No, he threw Harvey Lane, Hosea Davis, and who was the third one? And Elias Davis, using his power. He moved them from the room in the ship that he was in into the air above the earth.
And as was described before, they were both attacking Infinity agents that were in the room with Infinity.
So he intervened to protect
No.
mortals directly.
Mortals that he was present for and was connected to.
Are you allowed to affect mortals you are not connected to and not interacting with because they're
Yes.
hitting people you like?
Yeah, if you
So
can.
long as you are in the room with them already.
He was.
Yeah.
He was not?
in the
No,
room
no, this was outside. That happened
The
outside the
reason
room.
Infinity did that, one, he was being emotional. Two, he was considering them a part of the attack against him.
I did not. So I have missed the point of clarification where they were not in the room with Infinity.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
we did.
I was about to clarify that,
Yeah.
actually.
Since that has not been clarified,
Okay.
my point stands.
Actually, they were outside of the room when that happened. The guards, the two soldiers that were disabled, were outside of the room where Infinity was located.
So Infinity was not in the area with them. You were not in the area with them whenever you enacted your power upon them?
No. That is not Accurate. They disabled the guards. They
And
disabled
then
the
entered the
They entered the room with him, not knowing he was present.
I hesitate to contribute to pedantics here, but is there a distinction to be made between acting in the defense of people you are connected to and acting in retribution to those who have already been offended? If the guards had already been disabled at the time that Infinity had acted, then it must then have been in retribution and not in defense. Unless he believed that they would do further harm to the guards after disabling them.
Even so, I don't think it. That is a valid point. I think retribution is definitely off the table.
Were they still hostile when they entered the room?
No.
I would consider it so.
In
What
what
actions
what
did
hostile
they
action?
take?
Yes.
I believe they were part of the attack that killed Hate.
What actions did they take?
It wasn't an attack that killed Hate. Hate was the attacking party also.
Yeah, it was
Defense that
self-defense.
killed
Hate
Hate.
was the attacker.
So you didn't know if they were for certain. You simply decided they were.
Also, even if they were, that's not a connection to him.
Exactly.
Again, I'm not arguing against your point.
No,
I am
yeah,
arguing
yes.
for it.
No, I agree. That's further evidence, but even yeah.
I think in this instance, we may have found exactly what he broke.
Yeah, it seems pretty clear that he had no justification to attack these people.
Why did you attack them? Why? Not this. Oh, you're considering them to be part of the attacking force. No, you dealt with the attacking force. The attacking force was Necro.
I was angry!
This was clear long ago, but
Get over it.
right.
You're a god. Act like it.
Acting angry is a lot of what gods do.
Human mythology.
Oh,
Are we judged for human mythology?
If
Then why are
you
you bringing it up?
So,
2 points. He's been found guilty of. Evidence can go forward of his guilty finding in both counts. We should take votes to make sure. Does anyone oppose the idea of a vote at this point, or do you think we all have the information we need to vote?
What exactly are we voting on?
If he's guilty of breaking the rule of interacting with people, and if he's guilty of breaking the
Moving against the council.
moving against council.
if this is, oh right, that makes more sense. Never mind.
I
So
think
is everyone
we've come
on
to
vote? Great.
time.
So we voting about the council's agreement, and if he broke that. Anyone who thinks he did break that agreement, now would be time to raise the hand.
we're voting on whether he broke the council agreement.
Yes.
Much has been.
All right. Anyone who thinks he broke the rule of interacting with mortals in a way that is restricted from us, now would be the time to raise your hand.
I would like to clarify in regards to him interacting with mortals, that is not a punishment for the council to decide.
No, but
That-
it was what he was accused of.
Yes.
Yes, but that accountability
If
resides
consequences wishes to punish him, then he'll be punished.
The issue
You
with
get
consequences
and
punishing
read
people
it.
right now is that consequences is apparently dealing
Busy.
with bigger issues.
Also,
and
if
you
the
believe
council
Truth just because that's his name?
would truth lie?
Lies all the time.
I mean, can you do things in an ordered manner?
Not for the desire of achieving anything other than chaos.
Based on my experience with Truth, he likes to, what did the voters say? Stir the pot.
I can understand.
Cause shit. For the sake of it. In
Like
my
to
opinion,
put
that
it
is what
here.
he
Like to
likes
turn the button.
What?
He likes to turn
I like the truth.
That's not
damn it.
butter.
Would you like to he likes to burn the cheddar?
I do like burning potatoes.
You like to turn the button? It's 'cause
I do prefer my cheddar to be well done,
it needs to
not
be
burnt.
Mine needs to be
I'm sorry.
crispy and unedible.
Okay,
Okay.
I do think that if the council wishes, we can elicit a punishment, though it's not our job. But if we desire to, we probably could.
I say leave that part.
Well,
Leave that part. The first part that we have established is that he did break the decision.
Let's talk about that
What
one
is the
first. and then we
point
get
of
to the
having an entire trial if we're not going to do anything? We're just gonna go, oh, he did it, cool.
Well,
I
now
agree.
we get to talk about the consequences for the first part. We can talk about consequences for the second part of consequences to do that or others.
After we determine the first.
But let's do the first one. which I
I've
think
made
we all
my
agree
point
with.
of forcing him to live as mortal.
I disagree with that point.
I disagree with
Is
that
that
point.
something we are even capable of doing if we did agree with it?
I suppose if he agreed to it, maybe.
Would you agree to that?
Do I need to answer that question?
Better question, would you agree to
The answer is
any
no,
punishment?
He already established no.
He believes it
Yes.
to be equivalent.
As he is. Do you believe now you have done something you should not have?
I should not have it.
What about the thing with the trial? Do you think that you should have be punished for going against your agreement with the council?
Does it matter what I think here?
Yes, because it depends on how much you're going to submit to.
I have a slightly different question, but related to that. If we had all agreed, if the council had agreed to deal with Necro and one of us had decided to go against that,
And protect him.
would you think they deserve to be punished?
Yes.
So,
Then in essence, based on that argument, you deserve to be punished.
what does he feel about it? That's the question.
It's very
I do not
If he-
believe how I feel is relevant.
If he feels he shouldn't be, democracy.
Yeah, that's possible, but we can only commit certain punishments if he agrees to them. So his agreement is a relevant point.
Frankly, I don't see why he has to agree if we all punish him.
We
Well,
discussed this slightly
depends on
before the
which
trial,
one.
didn't we?
Yes.
I believe so.
When we discussed this, the point that was made is that for the trial to carry any weight, disagreements against the trial should have punishment. Is there anyone
Not the
here?
trial, the council.
The council disagreements with the council should have punishment. Did you agree to that?
Yeah.
Does anyone else disagree with that?
No, there should be punishments.
Okay. As a part of that, you also agreed that even if you don't believe you did anything wrong, that you don't believe you should be punished, you agreed that if I thought the punishment was just, you would follow it.
Yes.
Well, that is the good information. So now we don't have to get him to agree.
I see. What should I inform us about?
Going to.
Things take time.
You
I
didn't
suppose.
stop talking.
That seems so like that you seems to can be a regular occurrence.
In this group.
Yes.
Ironic.
Ironically, for a group of people that have literally all the time in existence, we spent a lot of it talking.
Unfortunately.
There's little else I'm capable of doing.
Our time lasts longer than theirs.
In that case, order. What should be the punishment? What do you think should be?
There are a number of routes to go, but before we decide what the punishment is, I feel like me and Chaos have to reconcile as to how the punishment can be implemented.
Do we think the punishment has to be unanimous? Is a good point. Because
Majority.
if it's majority, you could probably just overrule.
Okay then. Does everyone think that a majority is fair?
Are we asking for a majority vote on whether a majority vote
Just a
is
show of
okay.
hands. I'm gauging.
Sorry, it was
That's
amusing.
a cartoon.
It was very amusing to
A
consider.
show of hands gauging interest. Who believes that a majority of the council voting on a punishment should be fair enough to decide a punishment, so long as it is not incredibly unethical?
It is what we had agreed in the last
Okay.
meeting.
Great.
I do disagree with the method of punishment you currently have.
Which is trying to shove him into a mortal body.
That was just a suggestion.
No, that one I do disagree with more thoroughly. His method of punishment of binding everyone in the group to things prior to the punishment being decided, that I have a problem with, as I'm not going to do that.
I always put that.
I do believe that your indictment that a group of us can stop another is a fair indictment. The reason it doesn't work against infinity is because infinity can be everywhere. Yes.
That's not the point. The point isn't if we can stop infinity or not. The point is if we can deliver a punishment. I think we can deliver a punishment even if we cannot stop infinity.
There was something you did outside of everything, clarifying a past action. Did you make the finite point in game, or was that a joke?
That was
was a
a joke.
That was a Connorism.
Done.
I also did just make
What we did last time to get Mason Kane to do it.
Instead of putting him here and work, we just put him into a cheeseburger.
Punish infinity somehow. He get affected. That's a
Or,
Connorism. Let's
hear
keep
me
that
out. Like everything bagel, literally.
We give him an aneurysm.
So
We
yeah.
put him in a human body and then give that human a heart attack, just so you know that's
Then
Poor human body's just getting
Alright.
borrowed for 3 hours.
Then I would suggest two things as punishment.
Alright.
And these are posited. First of all, one punishment would be confining infinity to one location of fate.
Lock him in a box.
taking away his omniscience.
I believe he means locking him in the body. Of his own body, yes. But
For example, locking him in that body. It can still change to his will, it can still be manipulated to his will.
But
He
he
does-
would be more like us.
He would be in the same ballpark of the other entities that we could keep track of one of.
and only have one we need to keep track of.
I would also argue on top of that, possibly putting a stipulation that he cannot interact with the universe of the mortals that he has had an issue with, as a way to prevent him from causing future problems with them.
Preventing him stepping into 1961.
On that note,
One
do
minute,
you, on that note, do you bear a grudge against these mortals?
He said he was angry. Is that not
At this point, chance. Frankly, I don't see a reason to ask its opinion anymore.
We've already set a precedence that he acts on emotion.
Yes.
And,
Apologies, I was simply
it
trying
is-
to keep things above board.
and it is clearly seen that he is sleeping.
I don't know if I want to, if it's wise to limit options available for the universe of 1961 if,
For example, infinity is needed there.
yes.
That
Yes.
is my thoughts as well.
That would be
Can't
my.
we all just change our minds?
You can, but
If
him-
we are keeping track of one person, that means at least one of us has eyes on him at all times. So we have another person to act as judge whether he's even necessary.
I would be willing to allow to limit him to one form if we were to stipulate and agree upon a person who could unlock that ability if we so needed it.
I believe Order said that there was another attachment to this to begin.
no.
Another
There was
option.
Option. Oh, I see.
Another option that drastically limits his influence on cosmic scale would be requiring him to remove his connections from all infinity agents.
Oh,
I would do the same thing. That would limit their ability to do their jobs.
That is the issue with that. Both of these have issues, mind you.
I like the idea of the first one if we can find a person who can trust to agree upon unlocking it under certain circumstances. That is a hard part, but I like that idea better.
I could see the second option working if those with connections removed were given the option to replace it with a connection to another of us.
If their
As
jobs
that
are not
would-
paired specifically.
Precisely.
Now that is going to be hard to agree on, giving any one of us.
No. Not all of them connected to one. I mean diversity among Infinity Core agents.
There's already a civil war.
Yes.
And I would also point out slightly that would technically break the rule.
There are many ways to get around that.
It wouldn't if we all agreed.
Yeah.
We would have
Well, not
No.
a rule of the council,
No,
a cosmic rule.
a
That
rule
would
of
be us directly interfering with them.
and though Consequences seems to be busy at the moment,
It would also-
he will get
the
around.
other part of that
things.
is it would be a necessary course of action to take in accordance with decreeing the punishment.
I
with filling
think,
up.
I think the
It would
first
be-
one would be more preferable.
I agree.
Far easier. Simpler.
So confining Infinity to one body at a time.
And having someone to watch over him and prevent him from going into that universe specifically. Unless that person deems otherwise necessary.
Unless drastic action is happening, yes.
You could also confine
Also-
them to the office.
Who would all of you posit as the person to hold the key to Infinity's body?
I have a chance of karma.
I don't want to.
I don't think anyone here.
I do not believe that.
Out of the people here, I have a chance of karma. Now, personally, I feel like it would be remarkably entertaining to give that authority to truth. I don't think that suggestion going anywhere.
I do not believe I am a viable option presently, as I cannot be there with him. I cannot follow him around.
Also, you impose a bias against him, much like I can't be an option for my bias for him.
We have set a precedent that the gardener is trustworthy.
But
Yes.
you won't be able to follow him around.
Who said you have to
And
follow
more
around?
than
You
that,
just
the
have a
gardener
button with
is
the person.
almost exclusively focused on the garden, not much of an observer.
I don't think he would be.
And this is
agreeable
more.
to that.
This is not the person holding the key to Infinity's infinity. Doesn't have to be the same person watching.
They do have to have that direct line of communication.
So someone watches someone at the key.
I mean,
For example, you could give the gardener the key, and the gardener could just have it, and any of us could approach the gardener to say,
there's a
"Hey,
way
I do not believe the gardener wishes to be approached.
And also, he would probably lose the key.
I think the gardener keeps good track of what he has."
I don't know. You missed the whole branch of that tree.
Is the
Or
council
blowing lots.
or entities in general, time's not really a thing, right?
Doesn't really matter in this
Okay. Why don't we just have the key be decided on by a council vote if time doesn't matter?
An emergency vote.
Because we would need to be able to gather people together to have it, and if we couldn't find people or
If the
something,
time doesn't matter, that shouldn't be a problem.
what if one of us was captured?
We have a
Then they wouldn't get to.
As you can see, not all of the entities who are a part of the council are here.
Yes.
gather as many as we could on short notice.
There are,
Take a vote.
this is a council of forces, not entities. I'm not even an entity anymore. Just to clarify.
There are people who, there are beings on this council who are not present at this moment.
Yes, that was the. No.
The problem with that method and with making any agreements on hastily put together councils is you could create a situation, an artificial situation to bias a vote in your favor
Yes.
and find and manipulate that decision however you saw fit.
Which
We
is
would still have Infinity and the Watcher. If we have someone directly opposed to him, we have two differing opinions.
So you're proposing
I
the
would-
Watcher be someone opposed to him.
Yes.
We
We would have two different opinions. That way we have the key be the council vote, and then we have both those opinions. We can take both of them into account.
If we wanted
Correct.
to have a lot of fun, we could make Jonathan Myers the key holder.
Why would we do that?
No.
Why?
I know everyone would
Yeah, let's
like
go.
I personally have a suggestion for a key holder, and it would be someone expert on keys, Vortex, the guardian of the Nexus.
Do we trust his decision?
Vortex also is
He's
too
intimidating.
influenceable.
He's been convinced of a number of questionable things.
Porter, do you believe Vortex is trustworthy for something of this weight,
Level?
He is your.
this burden?
Well, seeing as he holds the key to the Nexus itself, and that is mine.
How many times that key got?
What's your order on this? As order is direct
Order is
supervisor.
your direct. He does direct
Yes.
work for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is trustworthy enough. And if any council vote would be decided to take unchain Infinity, it could be easily summoned.
He could be summoned right now.
My issue is that
No.
Vortex is easily,
You're just as subtle as
well,
I am,
perhaps not
right?
easily, but Vortex is coercible. He has been so on a number of occasions with mortals who have been inside of the Nexus. Furthermore, I feel as though we run into a similar issue with the Gardener, where Vortex will be too focused with the Nexus to have much consideration for
I do
the
He's
key.
only holding the key.
I
Keep
do
track of the guard.
have an option for both of these.
Uh-huh.
They would both seem as incredible punishments to Infinity,
Oh.
Bless you, bless you, bless you.
making the key holder Karma someone who is incredibly well known to not make decisions.
Well, I was going to suggest Karma as the watcher.
I would like to
And I would
point
note
out,
the-
I made this suggestion for Karma and everyone said it was a horrible idea.
I agree with
He
you.
said chance was a terrible idea.
I would make the Watcher the Chance who has nothing better to do. As our agreement to watch Necro no longer needs to be upheld because Necro
It is
is
gone.
dealt with.
I guess that's not a bad option if both people would be willing.
And
Why would
all-
you choose having karma over a vote?
Karma over a vote?
Yes.
Because I
Karma is
depending on the people present, votes can shift very wildly, very quickly.
Take the third Cosmic Council.
Yes.
It was a very few of the people here were on that Cosmic Council.
I
I'm
disagreed
remembering
with their
correctly.
opinion greatly. I just could not make it to the council.
Most of us here disagreed with their opinion, but couldn't make it. And a vote was held that on the fourth Cosmic Council was almost unanimously disagreed with.
For example, if I wanted Infinity freed to do his bidding, I could stage an issue that would take up several members of the council that are opposed to him and bring a
Force a
vote.
vote. Yes.
And
Then he would be unchained and it would be very hard to make it
Do
justified.
you not have a way to let all of us on the council aware that there is?
We're aware that there is a council.
Or
We are
busy
busy.
sometimes. I don't know how long we've been in this position, but things happen in and outside of time all the time.
And if I'm correct, Karma has not missed a council since they've existed.
Again, you're not affected by time.
Yet still.
It's not that we're not affected by time.
Our time is more than theirs.
We have places that are outside of time, but there are things within those places that still have to be done within time.
and without time herself being present,
Her?
we still have to be
You mean father time?
Stepfather.
Papa time. Papa time.
without time themselves
Pop-
being present. We can't stop anything around the one room.
there's a lot of wibbly wobbly timing line.
That's another person.
I was trying so hard not to say that.
I know.
Do you not have a way to contact each other without physically being present?
Yes, and we are all contacted whenever a council.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Do we not have a way to tell everyone the two opinions and get them all to decide right then and
Oh,
there
If they
I see.
without actually physically being present?
If
Then-
they can listen at that point, maybe.
I see.
Also, some people will, without hearing the context of what's happening, unilaterally decide no, and some people, without hearing the context of what's happening,
That's why I
will
said we would boil down
decide
to
yes.
opinions.
So it is believed that I believe that he is saying that it would be unwise to do that, to allow people who were not present for the discussion.
There will be enough haphazard answers that aren't considering the situation that it will boil down to a 50-50.
Assuming they're even able to respond.
Yes. And assuming there aren't a number of entities that can sit this council that just want to
Bye, Patrick.
make
The darkness
something
is gone
happen.
again.
Also, even in this council, we can theoretically block those calls.
Yes. And it would be very hard to track who is blocking what calls.
I am giving this a 30-minute time.
That's not.
Two-
Anyway, we're gonna go to 12:30.
No.
I don't believe I have.
We have
Both of us have to wake up at 6:40.
5:30.
That's nice.
Hey,
You gotta let go.
You said you had a 30-minute timer. I would like to officially recommend we go 31 more minutes.
With
Everyone in agreement, say aye. You're outvoted.
with all things
Alright.
considered, I would propose a vote.
Do we know if the two are willing to take the positions we agree to the vote? Right.
I would, yes.
I would be willing, yes.
Great, then we can do the vote. Anyone in favor? All right. Well, will you allow it?
He agreed to abide by what order determined.
I don't know what kind of agreement.
Order
He
do you
may
deem
able
it to be
take
fair?
that back.
You voted
yes.
Yes.
Infinity. Agree to what the punishment has been decided. That you will be confined to a singular body at a time. That karma will be the one holding the key to letting you out of that into your more multiplicitous form. And that chance now has a new job of watching.
Not
That
post
would
vote, but
not post vote.
we can vote again. But
It. Can I say what it was first?
yes,
I would argue that karma has the key to temporal regularity.
That's actually what I was.
Let him.
yeah.
I was assuming it was temporary on a temporary
I
basis.
don't think we should assume things with this.
No,
guy.
I
That was unfortunate.
I
This
agree
is
that
the
that is,
potential.
good.
This is potentially the most important cosmic deal
Yeah.
ever made.
Yeah.
You need to be specific.
I'm aware.
Temporarily, we could even make a limit of until,
Until Karma decides to lock up again.
or a day has passed and he's made no decision in case someone kills karma or something.
Times.
I would also like to add that if took for a vote, that if after a decision was reached and if Infinity was unlocked from that, if Karma were to die immediately after, the lock be placed back immediately.
Yeah. If he's unable to
Put your hands in the air.
Another concession needs to be made. If karma dies in general, the key goes to the council goes to the council vote
Oh,
I see. Until another bearer can be decided.
until another bearer can be
flaw,
decided.
but yes, I agree. That's a flaw. I
You can
agree.
have a backup.
Because, for example, we could establish another person to do it, but
Their
I don't.
opinions could also change if we
Yeah.
establish a backup.
This, I think, is an unavoidable flaw.
I believe that flaw cannot be avoided.
Hopefully, no one will kill karma.
So hopefully, no one will kill karma.
Do we have to vote again, or is it seemingly unanimous anyway?
I think it's fine.
Yes.
I think it's simply a clarification.
So, karma holds the key to lock and unlock your power. If karma dies, that key goes to the council. And if karma dies after immediately using the key, it is set to a default of having you locked to one. All necessary actions should still be able to be made with that.
Would you please roll spirit?
You have to?
No, there's a reason I'm doing it.
There's a spirit nuke going on.
You fail.
I think he got 6.
Just curse.
Can I assist?
For you.
No, no.
Theoretically,
Good.
we
Wait.
Well, it
Could you
depends on
please
what
roll
you have
spirit?
to roll.
Oh, I see.
I gotta get out my shit.
I got it.
That's entirely to the end of the
I'll roll
roll.
hinder.
Why?
There we go.
Oh, I don't like it.
Very distraught by the way.
No.
We're well aware.
I didn't think with the
Next one with a plus.
Right? You assume what?
Spirit.
I have a few theories.
Roll that one again.
I have a few theories.
God damn it!
13.
It makes sense why your dice are cursed for me, though.
9.
I need to.
Karma.
Every time I touch them, you start rolling bad.
I know.
Alphabet
You're the one
soup
having
is-
a Nate, we just want you to win, okay? Because you always stumped.
Deserve it.
That's a 2.
The darkness.
It's a minus 1.
Big
I
yoips.
don't like only having a +1. It's
I got plus 3.
Food.
I'm used to my 3.
8.
For everyone, I figured this is obvious, but he is visibly distraught.
Yes, that's fair.
No, we have a 6.
Just
You have
tell me how many
5.
people succeeded.
You failed
3.
2.
I failed, but I remember what
It was a
why.
4.
4.
Matter?
2.
Success, success,
13.
success.
8. Or 7. 8.
Plus 7. 8.
4 fails, 5 successes.
More people die.
Can I roll a hinder? No, I'm kidding.
That was real close.
Can I roll a hinder?
You said
I'd like to roll a hinder.
If one more person had failed,
It wouldn't have worked.
Crazy.
Oh, that's great. If Boulder was here, he would have succeeded.
Yeah, Patrick.
And without even a handshake having been made, a deal has been established. All of you can feel it, as if you all made the deals together. You're not exactly sure how, but it certainly feels like it.
Well, grabbing somebody.
Specifically,
You can all feel the deal
Mm.
having been established.
well, that's taken care of.
Kill those guys.
Just handed the key immediately.
So the real question now is: do we want to intervene on account of consequences to punish him for that breaking of the rule?
If consequences decides it, it should be if it's consequences rules, it should be consequences punishment.
I feel we should table that matter for now until consequences either handles it or it becomes apparent that consequences is not taking action on it.
Seems reasonable.
I will agree with order.
I guess the last thing proposed that we haven't wrapped up yet is the idea that we should all be bound to whatever decision the council makes.
I believe that should be tabled for another time. It is important, and I have mixed feelings.
I would like to establish a precedent at this moment in case
I
I'm
see.
not at the next one. I will always deny this and never accept to it. I would rather secede the council than accept it.
Understood.
I may not agree with that proposed decision, but I'm willing to sign if that's what the council decides.
We're talking about.
Everyone is subject to the will
Where like we bind our power to we fight against ourselves.
Yeah. So we are forced to abide by the will. Of
So
the
long
council.
as you are,
A
so
member.
long as if you are not present, or if you are present and agree to what is decided.
I will go along to that position willingly.
And what would happen if you were to disagree with this?
If you disagree
Oh, right.
and make your disagreement known, then you will be exempt from it, because
Brian somehow
because your
gets
dissent
back to
will
his
be
house.
publicly known to the council, and we can
I
then
see.
oppose you.
Okay, so Chaos. Chaos. It does seem he has stated, as long as you are open with your disagreement, you will not be bound by the will of the council.
So long as you are here, so long as you are present and disagreeing, you are not bound.
And if you were to make it known beforehand that you disagreed, would that qualify?
On a public issue,
If we were not able to be present,
if you are not able to be
informed us-
present, but you can post your decision on something beforehand.
You could communicate it during the
Yes.
council
So
or
long,
before.
so long as with your invitation to the council, you can simply post your agreement to the major issue.
or disagreement.
I am still against this. I would be willing to discuss a version that may work, but without a thorough discussion, I remain opposed to the idea.
What are the three of yours?
I'm in a very similar position to Chaos, actually.
Drama?
I also would not agree that it's any of the terms set forward. I fail to see how they are necessary for this council to function. We have just proven that we are able to, at the very least, affect one another in the way that we have affected Infinity. I don't think we need much more to enforce our own will.
The issue that this would solve is the fact that this is something happening after the issue occurred, not preventing it from happening. In this case, this is something that would forbid us from doing something against what we have already agreed to. As with the stipulation of that if we are present and disagree, it won't bind us. The people who say they agree and then go do the opposite, it will prevent them from doing.
So they physically will be unable to do that.
I believe that
They will
we
have to
should
stick
all
At the
agree
current
to change our minds.
at the
Yes,
at the
that's-
current presentation of the deal, that is what is stated. Yes.
I do believe that is in its current form unacceptable and should be tabled for later for further consideration and deliberation.
Oh, from my point, until I can get Karma to agree to this, not Karma, until I can get Chaos to agree to this discussion, I believe it should not be. Because without my opposite also having input, I believe my opinion should not be.
It is by far too contentious of a decision to leave at the very ending of the meeting.
I agree.
So, tabled. I will think of something better.
He also has something to say about that. For the most part, I would agree with him. I do also think that that should be up to individual votes rather than majority. People can opt in of doing that. That way, people still have the option to change their minds if they would like.
That's a better idea. One I would be willing to
That also wouldn't force everyone who isn't capable of coming to that first discussion.
Or responding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, this should be tabled for another
Yes.
Cosmic Council. And
Yeah,
if
but
we
I
will-
wasn't
Yeah.
able to talk before.
A good idea. I agree.
Yeah.
it should, if nothing else, it should be changed probably in its entirety by the time we finish with it.
Yes. But that is a good thing to add to it when we do change it.
And we should let
Yeah.
all entities know it is going to be discussed there.
Yes, that is a good call. Alright, is there anything else that I have forgotten that we have to discuss at this council and trial?
Nothing more, but we have things to do. So,
There is one more thing. It is not quite necessary to dive deep into here, but it has come to my attention that Order approached a mortal.
I did.
Without,
What of it? How'd that go, man?
without the mortal attempting or desiring specifically to communicate with him.
It's now time to change the title to the Trial of the Orders. No.
This is not something I believe should be dealt with here and now. It is something I believe should
I will
be
tell
made
you
known.
why I did so. There was something that came to my attention. Something that shouldn't exist, and something myself, karma, infinity, and death all agreed to was necessary to be dealt with at that time. So I went and investigated.
It's good to share the information, and
A old
We can
project
discuss
of mine that was cancelled came back.
mm,
I am currently looking into it.
hopefully it blows up in your face.
We'll see. We'll see how next time.
Yes.
Any further decisions or discussions can be tabled for another time. It was simply something I believe should be brought up now
Yes.
while it is fresh.
I should have mentioned it at some point, but I was going to at the next council.
I see.
Well, welcome back to the Cosmic Council. You're very welcome.
I apologize that you were forced into a situation you were, and I apologize for my appearance at the Third Cosmic Council not preventing that situation.
I also must apologize for my general aggressiveness this meeting. It was necessary for someone to play the role of prosecutor.
And it was necessary for some punishment.
Unrelated to this, but I suppose I should apologize for my behavior at the last Cosmic Council.
It is alright.
The humanity was with me. I had to be school.
You were, in my opinion at least, shortly validated, as shortly after that council happened, an entity was killed.
Yes, but this is a Cosmic Council meeting.
Unalive.
There should be no.
I appreciate that. Though I also appreciated your situation. Oh boy.
Is this all that needs to be discussed? Very well then. Some of us have things to do.
And that will come. That Cosmic Council will come to an end. Thank you for joining us.
It was
May there not be another one for a long time.
I can't wait for the next one to be next week.
Whoa!
tomorrow.
I'm gonna go break some rules, guys.
Now you know consequences is busy.
And nothing's stopping me here.